Hi soulmates, so let's sew the trousers. This is the pocket. I've done that already. Now we would sew. This is the sokoto trouser, or trouser with rope. So here you pick your crotch area. So this is the right front and then the right side facing each other. So this is what we're gonna do. We are sewing 1/2 inch all through around the crotch. So from here you would measure 2.5, which will be for your folding allowance. You measure 2.5 this way, and then after the 2.5 you measure 1 inch this way. So you start sewing from here, you reinforce here, you jump to here, reinforce, and then you sew all the way through. You will know why we left this place when we are down with the trousers. So here, this is it. Then from here, from this part, you leave about 1.5 inches here. Then you reinforce. Now you cut out all shreds to give you a good finishing, to give you a good trouser finishing. Now you have this. Okay? So this is what we're gonna do. This is what we are going to do. You start stitching from here. You will stitch this one down to here, turn it here and stitch this way. So let's do that. This is where your thread will pass through. This is the side, and then you turn it right side to right side this way, and then you turn your trousers. This is the back block, so you turn it this way. This is the right side, so right side facing right side, and then this one also right side facing right side. Let's just pin them. And then you turn to the hem of the trousers this way, and then you stitch the side where you have the pocket. You stitch that side by 1/2 inch. You stitch the side by 1/2 inch. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now you would make sure you check if the waists are mating, so you stretch out this way. You align them. That was the correct way I was supposed to use. You align this to that and make sure they are equal. Then you stitch. Okay. Then you stitch. When you are getting closer to this place, you will flip the trouser. You don't stitch onto the pocket. You flip the pocket away from the trouser this way, or you can just take it inward like this, and then you slip it. When you get to this point, you would reinforce. Okay, you would reinforce the pocket area. So where do I have that here? I have it here. So okay, you reinforce, and then you move this pocket out of the way. You move this out of the way this way, and then you give this to that, and then you continue your stitches. You also reinforce here this way. Like we said, you reinforce. Take off your shirts, and then this is what you have. This is what you have. This is the packet. Okay, this is the packet. This is what the packet looks like. So now you go to your ironing table. You will open the seam up and iron. Give it a good press. You open it this way, and then you give it a good press. You do the same thing for the back. So after ironing, this is how it will look like. You press open the iron, and then this is my packet looking all good. So now the next thing we have to do is, whilst you place the front right side to right side on each other this way, you move to the hem this way, and then you will join this to that also. You will join this, the inseam also. You will join them with 1/2 inch, or you will input your measurement you used. You will input your measurement you used here. So this is 8.5. So my what we call it, my hemming allowance, which is my ankle measurement, is 7.5. So here I'll be taking 7.5, which is almost 1/2 inch, all the way to the crotch area this way. So I'm doing 1/2 inch. You make sure they meet. You make sure they meet. So this is for one side. You do the same thing for the other side. This is it. So I turn this way. Then this is what we have. We stitched both inseam. So now we have to input our waist measurements, and then we stitch from there. So here, the waist I'm using, because I will put in rope through the waist, so the waist will increase. The actual waist I'm using is 32, but because of the rope I made it 36. I made it 36 inches. So this is 2. Okay, this means I've divided it into 2. So 36 divided by 2 will give me somewhere 13, I'm sure. So 18. Yeah, 18. Yeah. So from this stitching line, from this very stitching line, I'll take my measurements and I'll measure 18 inches this way. So this is my 18 inches. So please take note, I would increase my 18 inches a bit, and I'll use that in sewing for the waist measurement. Because of the rope, I have about 2.5 inches, so I will add an additional 1 inch to this to sew. If you don't want to add an additional inches, okay, and you have 2.5, take 2.5 down here, down a bit. Let me move this up. You will take your 2.5 down a bit this way, to this point. Okay, then whilst you are entering to the crotch area, you would reduce it by ½ an inch. Okay, but I'm using 1.5 as my sewing allowance here, so I would do 1.5. I will do 1.5. So whilst I'm entering to the crotch, I make it 2. I reduce it to ½ an inch. Why? Reasons being that the crotch area, the seam allowance at the crotch area over here should match the same thing you did for the center front. Okay, we did ½ inch here, so whatever you start here, you move in. When you are moving toward the crotch area, you would move in by ½ inch, because that is what you use for the center front. Assuming you use 3/4 or 1 inch, you would use 1 inch over there. So let's take this. I'm using 1.5. I'm using 1.5, and then this is it. So I'll be reducing this to ½ an inch. You can see that I'm reducing this to ½ an inch. I will maintain ½ an inch this way. I would maintain ½ an inch this way. So when you are getting to this joining, the reason why we left 1.5 inches while sewing the front crotch is because of this. You open this allowance up, you open this, you open that, and then you would sew ½ inch to meet this point. You would sew to meet this point. So you will make sure at this intersection over here, you would reinforce several times to avoid tearing up when your clients put it on. So this is it. force it very well to meet in this, and then you make sure you reinforce this as well. You cut out all shreds, okay? So this is what you have. This is what you'll be having. So now our folding allowance is 2.5 inches. So I would measure 2.5 here, and then fold this way, and then fold half an inch inward this way. The purpose of this is that it's supposed to cover your pocket, okay? So this is my 2.5. I would fold this and then fold this. I would be doing that on the ironing table, and then I'll get back to this and then press it. Or you can do this. I have my 2.5 here. So I would pin this down this way and move to the side. This is the center front. Yeah, this is the center front. So I would move to the side, take the same measurement, and then fold half an inch inward this way and pin that also down. The pinning is to help me to stitch, to get an accurate thing without going to the ironing table. So here, and then this will be the last part. Here, this way, I'm folding half inch this way. So I will start stitching. I would start stitching this on the edge of my fold. So let me start with the center front this way. So I would fold my half inch this way. I reduced the band to 2 inches. I realized 2.5 was too big. So in all I have 1.5 left. So here. So this is the pockets, like as you can see. So this will go this way. So this is the center front of my trousers. I'll take out all the pins. So this thread you're seeing here is nothing, it's just a temporary thread that was used to hold the pocket in place. So I'll just take it out this way. Now let's make the rope for the trousers. For the trousers, this is 2 inches. This is 2 inches, and then the length I added 8 inches to the actual waist measurement, not the actual, the waist measurement I used in making the trousers. I added 8 inches. You can add from 5, 8, and then 10 inches. So I added 8. So that's what you do. You put this one this way, and then this one also this way, and then you fold them into 2. It means that it has been folded into 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's it. And then you stitch on the edge. You stitch this on the edge. Now the next thing you need to do is pass your rope through the trousers. So starting at the center from this very space we have here, I would pass my rope here. Just pull this out and then make sure they are okay, they are equal at this point. Then you open this up. So let me turn it to the right side. So this is it on the right side. And then I love to tie a knot here. You can leave yours that way. I love to tie a knot here. I love to tie a knot. And then this is what I have. You can see this. Now to make your rope firm so that it doesn't move, sometimes you realize that the thread, one part will be longer than the other. To avoid all that, you can just hold the rope at the center back this way, this line, with a stitch, a simple stitch. Just hold this up this way. So you have it this way. So this is it for your trousers. This is the pockets, this is the waistline. I will take off this thread, then we'll take the measurement, and then so this is how you iron your trousers. My steam is not working, so you iron this way. You iron this way. So now you take your trouser length. The trouser length I'm working with is 37 inches. So this is 37, this is 39. It means I have about 2 inches. So I would fold my 2 inches inward this way. This is 2 inches. This is also 2 inches. Where's my chalk? I can't find my chalk. So this, and then that's, so I would use the iron to iron this to give me a line. This way, and then I would fold this inward like this. With the help of the line, I'll fold this inward like this, and then I will either use a hemming gum or I'll go to the sewing machine and start sewing. Mind you, if you want to sew, you start sewing from the inseam, not here. You make your reinforcements here from the inseam and not the outseam, okay? So that will be all for our trouser making. Thanks for watching.